Dylan, we have a photo of Brad Knoll. Virginia Science sent me this photo, and Brad, I saw he was in the audience today. Brad was named the Berkeley County Democrat of the Year. So congratulations, Brad. I can attest to Brad's loyalty to the Democratic Party. He ran for office, and I told him, I said, Brad, you have a much better chance of getting elected around here if you're a Republican. Have you thought about switching parties? He said, I can't do that. I'm a Democrat.
But Brad, in my view, is a moderate, pragmatic Democrat.
He's I think like what used to be the typical West Virginia Democrat, which was kind of, relatively conservative Democrat. So most of them are now seemingly Republicans, I think. In studio, Andrea Waddell. Good morning, Andrea. How are you? Great to have you visiting with us from Sleep in Heavenly Peace.
Good morning.
You got the red T-shirt on. What's your T-shirt say?
It says Sleep in Heavenly Peace, Eastern Panhandle.
Very nice. I guess red is the official color?
It is, yes.
All right. What is Sleep in Heavenly Peace? Bill and I were reading the website earlier, and we started reading it, and it was such a comforting website. We took a nap there while we were reading it there.
Well, good. I'm glad. I hope you learned a little bit while you slept.
We did.
So Sleep in Heavenly Peace is a nonprofit. We build beds for children in the community that don't have beds of their own.
Mm-hmm.
And they receive these beds free of cost. Everything we do is by donation, by volunteer power. And it's just a huge benefit for children in the community.
Who is eligible?
Any child ages 3 to 17 that does not have a bed currently.
How do you find out about them?
So we work hand in hand with DHHR, CPS. People can apply via our website, and just word of mouth, basically.
And you have a fundraiser coming up.
We do. We have a big fundraiser coming up.
Let's talk about it.
All right. On September 20th, we have a cash bonanza at the Martinsburg Moose, and it is going to be a fun event. We're going to have some great food from some wonderful food truck friends, and a huge silent auction. And I just got a amazing silent auction item yesterday that brought tears to my eyes. I got a signed jersey from Tyson Badgett.
Oh, no kidding.
So we will be auctioning that off at our bonanza.
Oh, nice.
There'll be a gun table from 2A Guns there, and lots of cash prizes. We're going to give away over $3,500 in cash prizes.
Mm-hmm. And how do you get invited to this bonanza?
Everybody's invited. Tickets are available at the Moose, at Bushel and a Peck. Bushel and Peck actually is running a, I can't even think what I want to say. A kind of event of their own. If you go buy tickets from them before the 15th, they're going to give away a free ticket to anybody that gets a ticket from them.
Cool.
2A Guns has 2 tickets left, so run and grab those last 2 tickets. And Going Postal in Inwood and Martinsburg has tickets as well. And any of SHP, if you message the Facebook page, I will meet up with you and get you tickets.
How long have you been involved with Sleep in Heavenly Peace?
So my husband and I started this chapter April of 2023, and since then we have delivered 545 beds in the Eastern Panhandle.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you said you started the chapter in 2023. How did you find out about the organization, and what motivated you to start the chapter?
Well, I saw a post on Facebook. There's chapters across the United States. There's over 400 chapters across the United States. Saw a post for the chapter in Washington County. I used to be very involved with Boy Scouts, and my son's Boy Scout chapter was doing a project with the chapter up there. And I was just like, I need to do this. It gave me chills, which is kind of sounds silly. But the more I read about it and the more I researched it, I loved everything about it. I love working with kids. And I was drawn to it, and it's been a huge blessing.
What is the age range of children that you are delivering beds to?
3 and 17.
So pretty much everything covered there.
Absolutely.
Right.
Is there a comparable program for adults?
I wish, but not that I know of. I really wish there was, because there is a need. I get asked all the time, and that is a huge need in our area, but not that I'm aware of.
Now, I see sponsors, Lowe's and others. You get your beds from where?
We hand build our beds.
Oh, you do hand build?
Yes, we're actually this coming Saturday. We're going to be at Hope Church in Hedgesville building beds. Be there at 9 a.m. Anybody can come out and help build beds. I've had my grandson, who is 3, helps build beds, clear up to I had a 95-year-old gentleman sanding away on wood to build beds.
Wasn't Bill Shatner, was it?
No, it was not.
And are most of your beds bunk beds or single beds or what?
So we do both. All of our beds are twin size. They either are single or bunk, depending on the need of the family. And we get requests for bigger size beds, but everything we do is twin size.
Mattresses. Where do you get your mattresses?
Mattresses are by donation. But I do a lot of online shopping. I'm using other people's money, and I try to get the biggest bang for my buck. So usually Walmart.com is my best price. I can usually get mattresses about $65 a piece. All of our bedding is donated from the community. And I have a couple church groups and some ladies that make quilts. We work hand in hand with Project Linus. They get us throws to give to the kids as well.
Oh, we have dealt with them quite frequently, yes.
Great group.
Yeah.
So they get everything. They get a mattress, they get the bedding, they get pillows, everything ready for them to crawl in and sleep at night.
So what materials are you making the beds out of?
The beds are pine. They are kiln-dried pine. Of course, we're not using pressure-treated. But everything is solid wood and there's no metal. I mean, other than the screws that we use, but everything's solid wood.
So you say between 3 and 17 is the typical age range. What is the most common age?
Actually, teenagers. I get a lot of requests for teenagers.
Why do you think that is?
I think some of it is there's kids that are sleeping on recliners or couches. And we get some kids that are, pulled away from their families through the CPS process. We get emergency calls in the middle of the night saying, hey, we need beds for these kids. And we do our best to get them in beds as quick as we can.
I imagine some of these kids are fairly mobile in terms of where they're staying from night to night or week to week or whatever that time range is. How does it work with the bed that you donate?
So once we donate a bed, we can't take the bed back. Our guarantee and our insurance is that they get a new mattress, they get new bed, new blankets, just to ward away any fears or thoughts of bed bugs or any of that stuff. But it's just that bed stays at that house.
Bed stays with the house.
Yeah.
Can you effectively reuse the frames as a child ages out of the program? Do you get a bed back from anybody and just put a new mattress on it?
No, we cannot.
All right. So the bed just stays there for whatever.
Stays there. If I have somebody reach out to me asking me if they can, if we can reuse the bed, I ask them to gift it to another family.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Since you started the program, you said approximately 543 beds been made. That, I think, roughly equates to around 200 beds a year. That's a lot of beds.
It is.
Who all, you mentioned there's folks from 3 to 95 working on the bed. Do you have a cadre of people that work with you on a regular basis?
We do. We have Beddington United Methodist Church is a huge supporter. They do builds. We actually are building there in October with them. We work really well with the Seventh-day Adventist Church. They get us a lot of volunteers. Martinsburg football team came and helped us deliver beds, actually, our last big bed delivery. The county fire department has come and helped. We've had City of Martinsburg actually delivered beds on their fire truck at Christmas time. So it was
awesome.
It was pretty exciting. The kids got excited that the fire truck was pulling up and making their beds for them. So
were you surprised at the volume of need in this community when you began doing this?
Absolutely. I had no idea that it was to the extent that it was.
So when you started doing this, what did you suspect would be like a normal number of beds you'd be delivering?
I honestly, I did not have any idea.
I'd be thinking like maybe one every week or two.
Yeah. And like our last delivery, we delivered 54 beds, I think, on our last delivery day. We had a huge group of volunteers come out, and we just did a mass delivery day. But it's mind-blowing. It truly is.
How much money do you need to do this operation in the course of a year? What is your budget?
So each complete bed is $250. That's the wood, the bedding, the mattresses, pillows, everything is $250. So if you're going to make me math in this early in the morning. Yeah, so it's a pretty hefty chunk of money.
Yeah, well, and are you getting grants, or is most of it done on fundraising?
We do get some grants. We just received a grant through, I'm going to mess this up. It was through WVU. It was a Freedom Run grant. It was a $5,000 grant that we had received. And we get some grants through the Randy Smith Foundation. And there's some other community partners that we've gotten grants from, but most of it is just people will, donate $100 here or $25 here or $10 here, and we make it work.
If my math is right, it's $50,000 a year that you need, which is a sizable chunk of change.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a lot of good people that are helping you and such, and you've got a fundraiser coming up. How many of those do you generally do per year?
One.
This is the big one.
This is the big one. This is it. I don't like to hit people with a lot of fundraisers. We try to keep our focus on building beds and getting beds delivered, and not begging and asking for money. So this is our big fundraiser, and we'd really like to get some folks out there to have some fun. It's going to be a great night.
How far out of a geographic area do you serve?
We do Jefferson, Berkeley, and Morgan County.
Where's the next closest chapter?
Washington County has a chapter, Frederick County, Maryland, and Stroudsburg, Virginia would be our closest chapters.
Okay. Nationally, do you have any idea when this was started? I've never heard of this charity before.
Absolutely. It was started in 2012 in Idaho. Our founder, Luke Mickelson, was at a Christmas party at his church, and a young lady was sitting on Santa's lap and asked Santa for a bed, and it broke his heart. So he called up his buddies and said, we need to build a bed, and they did in their garage, and it's grown from there.
That's astonishing. I assume we're mostly building twin beds here?
Yeah, everything's twin.
Yeah. What is the size? Is it like a 6x4 or something like that, or what? 8x4?
Pretty much. It's about 6x4, little bit bigger, but it's a standard twin size bed.
Now, when you build a bed, do you build it in a location of convenience, or do you have the same place that you build all your beds?
So my dream is to have a focused location, that we would have a home. Right now, everything we do is mobile. We work out of storage units and a 6x12 enclosed trailer. I've got 4 storage units that have been donated to us across Berkeley County that we store our beds and our mattresses and bedding in. And we go to wherever we can find that people will let us use their parking lot to build beds. But a dream would be to find a location, somebody that wants a nice tax write-off to donate a space to us would be amazing. But just hasn't happened yet, but I have full belief it will.
How can we reach you to do that donation, Andrea? What's your contact information?
It would be andrea.waddell@shpbeds.org, or you can go to shpbeds.org and make donations there as well.
And Waddell is Waddell.
Yes, sir.
So you've got a fan in the audience. Chris Montgomery said, great program. I've been involved in a bed build. Andrea is a rock star.
No, he's great. He has.
Yeah. So how long does it take to build a bed?
It's amazingly fast. We can build, depending on how many volunteers we have, we can build 30 beds in about 4 hours.
Wow, it's like a manufacturing line.
It's an assembly line process. It is, you don't have to have any knowledge of how to use tools, anything like that, we show you how to do it. It is very simple. I knew the very basics of tools, but now I'm cutting wood and using the drill press and can pretty much
You got it down.
do it all.
You're like an IKEA expert now, I guess, right?
I don't know if I go that far.
How did you come across Project Linus?
Agnes reached out to me.
She's great, isn't she?
She is. I love Agnes. I had seen the post way back December of 22 for this project that the Scouts were doing with the chapter in Washington County. And I was like, this looks really cool. We need this in Berkeley County. And she's like, yeah, you need to do this. I had never met her before. And she kind of egged me on, and we've become fast friends since then. So
Yeah, I imagine the two of you keep each other busy.
absolutely.
Yeah. So please promote the fundraiser again, Andrea, before we run out of time.
Sure. So it is Cash Bonanza. It is at the Martinsburg Moose. Tickets are $40 a piece, and that includes your dinner. Dollar drafts, gun table, silent auction, 50-50. You don't have to be present to win, but we have lots of cash drawings and lots of good food. So
And what date?
it is September 20th. I guess that's important.
September 20. And from what time to what time, did you say?
4 p.m. doors open, dinner's at 5, and the drawings start at 6.
All right. Is there a certain amount of money you're hoping to raise? What's your target or goal?
I'm happy with anything.
Yeah. Did you do this last year?
We did. This is our second annual. So last year we grossed about $10,000. So I would love to top that.
About 10,000. Are you a 501c3s?
We are, yes.
So deductions, donations may be eligible for tax deductibility.
Absolutely.
And whatever. Right.
Yes, sir.
So are there any paid members of your charity, or is everybody volunteer?
We are all volunteer.
Everybody's volunteer?
This is my second full-time job.
Yeah. Are you the grant writer for the group?
I am not, actually. We have a grant team nationally that takes care of all that. I just kind of like, hey, here's something I've heard about or whatever, and they take care of all that. Thank goodness.
Are you in all 50 states?
We are now, actually. We were short one state, but we are now officially in all 50 states. We have chapters in Canada and the Bahamas. I'm waiting for an invite to go there to build beds.
That's right. Yeah. How about West Virginia? How many chapters do you have in West Virginia?
West Virginia has 5.
Good for this.
We are growing. We just had 2 start in the last probably year, and it is definitely needed in the southern area of the state. We just got a chapter in Jackson County, so I'm hoping it'll grow. We actually drove to Kanawha County and did a build last summer, hoping to kind of spread the word down there. So hopefully it'll grow and get even bigger in the state, because we all need it.
Have you applied for any United Way grants at this time?
I have not, no.
Yeah, that might be an avenue to go to.
Yeah, absolutely.
As well. Any bit of money that comes in, because it's $250 a bed, right?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
And you need to pump out about 200 of those a year,
At least.
which is about 4 a week on average, Bill, if I'm doing my math correctly here.
Yeah, I think so. United Way recently shifted more human focus than what they had before. Same thing with the foundation. Eastern West Virginia Community Foundation is also kind of shifted toward human focus. So.
Yeah, they're a big supporter.
Yeah.
We work with them.
Let me salute Bill real quickly, because that's the first time you haven't called that the East West
I
Foundation.
know, and that's why I was very proud of myself.
You did well there, Admiral. You were.
Yeah, Susan's going to be all over Susan Capron all over my case if I mispronounce it again.
You got that right. You were about to say, Andrea.
I've got about 67 kids on a waiting list for beds right now.
So as soon as you finish those, you can address the 67.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever been even when you haven't had a waiting list, other than when you started?
Other than when we started. The closest I've been was just probably a month ago. I had 27 on my waiting list, and it's jumped up to 67 that quick. So.
Do you ever get thank you notes back from the kids, or do you have any kind of enriching stories you can share?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We've gotten messages from parents just thanking us. I received a picture from a mom that was like 15 minutes after we left, and the little girl was in her bed sleeping. So my biggest heartbreak was on a delivery. I had an 8-year-old that walked up to me, and we're making her bed and putting the sheets on and everything, and she's holding this pillow, and she said, "Is this pillow for me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sweetie, that's your pillow." And she's like, "I've never had a pillow before."
Oh my goodness.
I stopped dead in my tracks. I mean, I've got 3 pillows on my bed,
Yeah.
So it was like, holy cow. But yeah, it's...
Well, those are great stories. What you're doing is great work. And if people would like to help you do more of that work, how do they get in touch with you, Andrea?
It's andrea.waddell@shpbeds.org, or shpbeds.org is our website.
And that's Sleep in Heavenly Peace,
Yes, sir.
SHP. Very good. Go to the website, look it up, Sleep in Heavenly Peace, and you'll get all the information that you need there from Andrea Waddell and her cast of volunteers who pump out 200 beds a year. There's a waiting list right now, 67 deep, with kids who are waiting for beds, including kids who are waiting for their first pillow.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for